Donald Trump was never one to shy away from a headline, and this evening was no different. The former president had been spotted in a small, inconspicuous bar in New York City, rumored to be a favorite among the local working class. However, tonight, the buzz was not about his presence, but rather what he did while he was there. Trump's usual entourage took their positions at the entrance, scanning the room for any potential threats. A few patrons did double takes, unsure if their eyes were deceiving them. There he was, in the flesh, Donald Trump, casually seated at the bar counter, apparently waiting for a burger. The bartender, a burly man named Joe, didn't seem fazed, though. He had seen his share of celebrities and politicians. What caught his attention, though, was when Trump pulled out his phone and initiated a transaction. It wasn't an ordinary payment. Trump was buying his meal using Bitcoin. Word spread like wildfire inside the bar, and curious onlookers started murmuring. "Is he really using Bitcoin?" one patron asked another in disbelief. Joe leaned in slightly, his curiosity piqued too. "You got that right," Trump said, noticing the bartender's inquisitive look. "I've been looking into this whole cryptocurrency stuff. People say it's the future." The former president took a moment to explain how he set up his digital wallet, purchased Bitcoin, and was now using it for the first time in a public setting. As the burger arrived, he completed the transaction, the QR code scanned, and a beep confirmed his payment. A wave of mixed reactions washed over the bar. Some were impressed, some skeptical, but all were undeniably intrigued. The moment became a tipping point for conversation. As Trump bit into his burger, people approached him, asking questions about his views on Bitcoin. He took the time to discuss, perhaps more openly than he usually would in a formal interview. He talked about the potentials and pitfalls, the regulations, and the future of digital currencies. The evening became a spontaneous seminar on cryptocurrency, led by one of the most polarizing figures in recent history. As the night wore on, the initial shock turned into a sort of communal curiosity. Some patrons even downloaded digital wallets on the spot, inspired by the unexpected endorsement. When Trump finally got up to leave, he left behind more than just an empty plate. He had ignited a spark of interest in the future of money. The bar, once just another watering hole in New York City, had become the unlikely setting for an unforgettable night. As the patrons trickled out, there was a sense of having witnessed something unique, a blend of the past and the future converging in that small space. The incident found its way onto social media platforms, amplifying the curiosity and debate about Bitcoin even further. Some dismissed it as another Trump publicity stunt, while others saw it as a meaningful endorsement. Whether a skeptic or a believer, everyone agreed on one thing: the night had been anything but ordinary. In the dynamic world of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin has always been a frontrunner, often setting the pace for market trends and movements. Recently, there has been a notable shift in the Bitcoin options markets, with a reduction in risk hedges pointing towards potential new range highs. This change is reflective of growing confidence among investors and traders who are now less inclined to seek protective measures against potential downturns. Historically, Bitcoin has shown significant volatility, which made risk hedging a common practice in the markets. However, recent patterns suggest a stabilization phase where the asset's trading range is more predictable. Options traders, who often buy puts as a form of insurance against falling prices, are now showing reduced interest in these protective contracts. This can be interpreted as a collective sentiment that Bitcoin's price may be headed for new highs, since the need for downside protection appears to be decreasing. The implications are profound, as this shift could catalyze further bullish trends. Market data indicates that call options, which are bets on rising prices, are seeing increased activity. This coincides with various macroeconomic factors, along with institutional interest bolstering Bitcoin's fundamentals. Additionally, the narrative of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge continues to gain traction, encouraging more long-term holders to accumulate the asset. Analysts are closely watching the $50,000 to $60,000 range as a crucial resistance level. Should Bitcoin break through these levels, it could signal the beginning of a new bullish phase that extends its historical highs. The reduction in protective puts and the rise in calls suggest that the market is gearing up for this potential breakthrough. In this context, it is crucial to monitor market sentiment and macroeconomic indicators closely. The trajectory of Bitcoin remains one of the most closely watched phenomena in the financial world, with each trend shift offering new insights and opportunities.